A lot of us still have snow on the mind or cold weather, and that's not the case as we transition into the month of April, as things are really starting to warm up. And places a little farther north, as Mike mentioned, have that chance for severe weather. Take, for instance, tomorrow. We're talking about areas of the Midwest, a place like maybe Des Moines seeing a chance for tornadoes, as well as even Quincy getting all the way down into Missouri. So a lot of places that have that potential for a torcon. That's a 3, 4, or 5 for tomorrow as we head through your Tuesday. But that's not the only threat. We're also looking at the potential of hail, damaging wind gusts. There's the area. Now, this is tomorrow for your Tuesday, all the way from Des Moines down across an area like Little Rock. So this stretches all the way along that frontal boundary that's going to be rolling east. And as we look through tomorrow morning, we're still going to have that front overtake this dry line. We're still going to have some showers in the morning, maybe even some thunderstorms. But eventually, as we head through the midday and afternoon hours, that's when things could certainly turn severe, because all the ingredients are still there for Tuesday, just in a different location. So we still have all those southerly winds that are bringing in that moisture far up to the north. And then we have those strong low-level winds. We really need that along with the moisture to bring in, unfortunately, that support for supercell thunderstorms. Then when we get that, you have that spin with height, and that's why we have that potential of a tornado threat. So as I mentioned, there's the 5. That's kind of the bullseye there around Des Moines, all the way down into northern Missouri, and then this stretches down into a place like Arkansas. Now, putting this into motion as we go through the morning hours, rain's going to be around, but between about 10 o'clock and about noon. That's when things are really going to ramp up here for a place like Sioux City and Des Moines. This is going to stretch across the entire state of Iowa, eventually making its way into Illinois to Chicago for the afternoon. It could get a little rocky all the way down through St. Louis. In a place like Little Rock, we're talking 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Just as you're trying to get kids home from school, people are trying to get home from work, it's going to be a mess for that evening commute. And then eventually this starts to stretch out across areas of the East Coast, and we'll be talking about that as we head into your Wednesday. So tomorrow afternoon, cold air aloft is still going to be supporting that hail threat, because of course right now with the spring, those freezing levels are still a little lower. You get those strong updrafts, and man, you can create some very large hail. And unfortunately, Mike, that's going to be something we're going to be dealing with these storms. And all types of severe weather. I mean, from tornadoes to large hail to damaging wind gusts, they're all going to be there, even some heavy rain for spots. But this is the area that we're watching that really has the potential of strong storms that could be producing tornadoes, especially up here across areas of central Nebraska and central Kansas. So Hayes, North Platte, a little east of there, those are going to be the spots that we're watching, especially along I-80 there as we head into portions of Nebraska. Now, even farther down to the south, across areas like Texas, you cross the Red River, we could be seeing some of these storms firing up along the dry line. So that poses another threat as we head through this afternoon. So this evening, we're kind of breaking this up into multiple areas. So down across Texas, we're going to have the moisture, the warm, moist air ahead of this dry line. That's going to bring in that chance of some strong storms later on this afternoon that could fire up across the dry line. And then eventually up across areas of Nebraska and Kansas, that's going to be in that warm sector, also closer to our parent low. Kind of all these intersections of the cold front, the dry line, are stalled out front all across areas of those two states. And so that brings the dynamics in the atmosphere pretty high to produce some supercell thunderstorms as we head through tonight in those locations. We got a lot of energy during the day that's going to be heating things up, especially aiding in the development of thunderstorms across Texas. And then the low-level winds, they're going to be increasing and initiating that storm development as we go through the latter part of today. So all these ingredients are coming together. You stair step up through the atmosphere, you got southwesterly winds. So again, we got changing winds with height, directional shear, also speed shear, and unfortunately that brings in the potential of all hazards, especially some tornadoes. You get that spin. So another thing to be thinking about is the hail, and we're not just talking about your kind of pocket change size hail. We're talking eggs, maybe even baseball to tennis ball size hail, as we're going to have some strong updrafts, some strong supercells. So these same areas of the potential for tornadic activity, kind of the bullseye there as well for the potential of some very large hail, Mike.
All right, so
tornadoes, that is a risk that's in play as we head through the rest of today into tonight. A place like Omaha, you could have the potential of some strong storms overnight. Today, it's beautiful. We got blue skies, nice outside if you want to head out. But tonight, things are really changing, and the skies are going to turn dark. And after that, we have a chance for strong thunderstorms and rain and the potential of all modes of severe weather. So let's map it out for you, because not just do we have the potential of a tornadic threat, but also the threat for some big hail. We're talking 2 inches in diameter or larger. So we're looking at egg to maybe even tennis ball size hail for some of these spots, especially to the west of the Omaha area. Now, here's a look at the future radar, and keep a close watch on this time clock, because during the afternoon, as I said, it's not going to be bad. We're going to have beautiful skies. You're going to say, hey, where is this dangerous weather? Well, it's going to be after midnight. That's when these showers and thunderstorms start to roll through not just Omaha, but all the way back across areas of Lincoln as well as Grand Island. That's going to continue through the overnight time frame until 9 o'clock in the morning. We still have showers and thunderstorms around all the way up through Sioux Falls. So many spots, the morning commute going to be very, very tough. And then we could even have the potential of some more showers and thunderstorms coming through throughout the day on Tuesday. Humidity, light winds, but you know what? When you got the kids and you're standing in that line, ooh, the 90s, it's going to be tough. And Orlando, a place that is starting around 84 degrees today. That's our average high temperature. Look how much it goes up as we head through Saturday. Saturday's high 95 degrees, so well above average for this time of the year. So again, you'll maybe want to have some things indoors as well. Beautiful outside, but certainly a little bit of a taste of summer here as we head through the beginning of the weekend. And the warmth, it's not just for Orlando, but Tampa, the Tampa Bay area, 79 degrees right now. You're going to be warming up. Tallahassee in at 83, and we'll continue to see those temperatures climb. Now, even though it's beautiful outside, you may not be headed to the theme parks. Maybe you're headed to the beaches. Beautiful week for the beach. It's going to be warm outside. You may want to kind of cool off in the waters. But remember, no matter how beautiful it is, we can still have that rip current danger, and that is in place today across areas of the Florida Panhandle as well as the eastern coast there of Florida. Now, taking a little tour, speaking of beaches, let's start in Miami. 82 degrees, mostly sunny skies, of course, with the sun out. There's going to be a very quick burn time. Got to put on that SPF right there. There's kind of your PSA, Mama Coyle, telling you to put on that SPF, maybe even go a little higher than 30 if you're going to be out a lot in Vero Beach, all the way up through Daytona Beach, 81 degrees. Burn time's going to be quick, but lots of sunshine for you if you're going to be out and about. A very different story here for Florida than what we were seeing last week. Wednesday, more of the same, but temperatures just a tad warmer as many spots start to approach 90 degrees. Yes, Orlando 89, Tampa 87, Tallahassee in at 83 degrees. And then Thursday, again, sun still in place, but man, it starts to get warm even down across South Florida. Add in the humidity, so it may feel a little warmer than these temperatures, but they'll be in the 80s. Mike?
All right, Colleen,